based on a true story, and it begins with a Russian family of 3 sitting by the river having a good time. The youngest 6-year-old boy, Seryoza Aleshkov, is sitting on a tree branch while his mother works in the water. All of a sudden, a German Air Force flies overhead. The mother warns her children to hide in the bushes. Seryoza says to his mother that he is not scared, and he strikes a plane with a slingshot. He manages to hit the plane, and the plane explodes. Seryoza turns around to share his happiness with his mother and brother, but his family is gone. Seryoza wakes up from the dream and starts calling his mother. At the same time, he hears a knock on the door. He runs towards the door, assuming it is his mother. To his surprise, it is a neighbor woman. She is scared and in panic. She is grateful to God that Seryoza is alive and tells him the bad news. His mother and brother are dead. Seryoza is confused and cannot understand what she is saying. He wants to stay in the house and waits for his mother and brother. The woman tells Seryoza he has to leave because the Germans have attacked them. At that moment, soldiers approach the house. The woman helps Seryoza escape through the window. Seryoza successfully escapes, but the woman is shot by the soldiers. The little boy is now on his own, without his family. As Seryoza runs through the field, he sees his neighborhood burning behind him. In despair, he starts to call his mother. He starts to run away from there. All alone, he ends up in the woods. Seryoza is scared and lost and calls for his mother. The next morning, Seryoza drinks the water from the river. He notices German soldiers approaching his way. He knows they are the enemies and quickly hides inside the tree's roots. When he notices the snake near him on the tree, he gets frightened but does not utter a word. The German soldiers are eating by the river. After they go away, Seryoza takes their leftover food for the night. At the end of the day, Seryoza feels tired. He didn't have any proper food for 2 days. He is walking with no destination on his mind. Out of exhaustion, he falls, but he continues walking. On his way, he notices some wild berries and devours them. At the same moment, an explosion occurs near him. Seryoza is feeling a little dizzy and starts to hallucinate someone is behind him. Even in his condition, Seryoza is brave and tells the person he has a rifle and that he will use it. He feels weak and falls unconscious. While he is on the ground, 2 soldiers approach him. In the next scene, we see a Russian army base. Commander Kuznetsov is waiting for his patrol soldiers. They come in with Seryoza, who is injured and scared. The soldiers explain to Seryoza that they are on his side, not the Germans. Seryoza starts to feel more comfortable and introduces himself to the commander. The soldiers feel affectionate with Seryoza. They give him food and water. Everyone helps him. The nurse Katya bandages his wounds and is captivated by his personality and spirit. Seryoza asks Katya to draw a tank on his body because he wants to be a soldier when he grows up. Seryoza talks to Commander and is fascinated by his gun. Commander lets him play with his honorary pistol after he took the bullets out. Seryoza shows him a drawing of a tank on his stomach, saying that he is also a soldier like the commander. The boy is feeling much better. Katya asks Commander if Seryoza can stay with the battalion. Commander says that it would be too dangerous for him to stay. He wants to send him to the orphanage. All the soldiers from the battalion spend their free time with Seryoza. Everyone likes him. They let him play with binoculars and give him food. One day, a soldier asks Commander if Seryoza can stay with the battalion. The soldiers have grown a close connection with the boy. The boy's presence and youthfulness take away the weight of the war. However, the commander still wants to send the boy to the orphanage for his safety. A battlefield is no place for a child. The next day, German soldiers attack. Many soldiers are hurt. A car comes to take Seryoza to the orphanage. Commander says goodbye to the boy and gives him a wooden pistol as a gift. The boy hugs the commander and expresses his concern for Commander's safety. The commander is overwhelmed with the situation and changes his mind. He wants Seryoza to stay with him as his son. That night, soldiers are looking for soldier clothes for the boy. They're all happy that Seryoza is with them. Commander wakes Seryoza up to give him the clothes. The boy wears the clothes and runs around looking like a real soldier. Everyone in the battalion starts to call him a little soldier boy. As he is running around, the Germans launch an air attack on the battalion. The soldiers protect the boy and take him to a safe place. Many soldiers are injured during the attack. Seryoza wants to help them, so he brings the water to injured soldiers. One of the soldiers has a bandage over his eye and asks Seryoza to read him a letter from his family. The boy really wants to help the soldier, but he does not know how to read. He starts making up things written in a letter. Seryoza says to the soldier that his cow is safely back home. The soldier is confused and says he doesn't have a cow. The other wounded soldiers in the room start to laugh and tell Seryoza to continue his story. The boy reads everyone else's letter in the same fashion. In the next scene, we see Commander and Katya are talking. The two of them are attracted to each other but don't confess their feelings. After the commander takes a walk with Seryoza, they see one of the soldiers' stations destroyed from the attack. Like a true father figure, the commander teaches the boy to take off his hat and pay his respects to the dead soldier. The next morning, Seryoza asks the commander to give him a mission. The commander gives him a task to distribute the letters to soldiers. He completes the task successfully and even makes the soldiers laugh and dance. The next day, Seryoza takes the binoculars and goes a little far from the base. The boy notices someone's leg moving in the haystack. He runs back to the battalion and tells the soldiers what he saw. The soldiers are skeptical. However, they decide to check it out. When they reached the haystack, they spot 2 German spies underneath. They arrest the spies and praise Seryoza for his help and intelligence. That night, the commander shows the boy papers for his adoption. Seryoza is now officially Commander's son. The boy is aware of Commander's true feelings for Katya. He takes the commander to Katya to confess his feelings, but they see Katya talking to a different man. The commander wrongly assumes Katya is interested in someone else. Again, the Germans attack the base. The boy helps by supplying ammunition to the soldiers in the front line. The soldier in command tells the boy to go back to the shed because it is too dangerous for him. The boy leaves and sees the commander panicking because the phone connection with the colonel is lost. He sends a soldier to fix the problem. Seryoza follows the soldier. The soldier gets fatally wounded. The boy asks the dying soldier how can he fix the phone wires and does it himself. The phone connection is back and more troops are called. Seryoza saved everyone's life. After we see the commander and Katya talking in the woods by the river, he confesses his feelings to her and asks her to be Seryoza's mother. Katya is overwhelmed. A soldier approaches them and gives the commander a letter. They have been dispatched from the base. The next day, all the soldiers and Seryoza leave for the new base. On their way, they come across a minefield that blows off some of their vehicles. The commander is injured and some of the soldiers die in the explosion. Seryoza is crying and he hugs the commander. They continue their journey to the new base. At the new base, they meet the general. The general is impressed with Seryoza. The next day, the general awards the division and the boy. One night, the base is attacked. The commander is trapped under the ruins. Seryoza tries to save him and calls the other soldiers to help him. They save the commander. Seryoza visits the commander in the hospital. The boy is part of the team now. They are part of his family, and the commander and Katya are his parents. In the last scene of the movie, we see the soldiers moving to another base. Seryoza is known as the world's youngest soldier.